Hello everyone, I'm going to be doing some tumbling of some agate / jasper. These rocks were found up at Topaz Mountain, Utah. There's a place up there where you can just kind of stop off and find some of this stuff on the ground. As you can see, this one in particular, it's got some veins of agate in there. It'll be interesting to see when that tumbles out. I am going to use something called polyplastics. Where I got this, I actually got this a few years ago, so I'll maybe put a link in the description to Amazon where I got this, but we'll see how this stuff works. I may try to use some of this other stuff here, try to use it up, but so yeah, I'll start with the coarse grit. I'll probably go, I don't know, about 6 days with the coarse grit. I'm using a 3-pound tumbler, so we're only doing a few rocks here. I'm going to put a little bit of these pellets in there too to kind of get all the edges. So I can kind of smooth out some of these edges a little bit and help with that. So yeah, we'll start off with the step 1, coarse grit, and we'll go from there. And we are off and tumbling. Alright, we have completed the first step, and we're going to move on to the second step. Here are the results after doing the first step with the coarse grit. Some of these look okay. I'm actually a little disappointed with one of the rocks. It's this guy back here. It had some it looked like agate material in between it, but it is just falling apart during the tumble. I'm getting all these tiny little pieces falling apart from it. It's kind of a reddish rock. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm thinking about yanking this out of the tumble, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, now I'm going to go on to step 2 with a little bit of a finer grit, and I'm going to do that for 6 days as well. I like how the 6 days of the coarse grit did. Got these down pretty good. So I decided I was going to pole that rock. I'm going to leave him out. I don't like the way he's tumbling. So I've filled the water up just a little about where the rocks are. I have added about 3 or 4 smaller rocks to it, to this step 2. They're probably not going to tumble as round as the original rocks that I had in there. But we put it in there, and I did 4 spoonfuls of this medium grit. So we'll try that out, see what it looks like. Sometimes these tumblings don't always go according to plan, so see what happens, and we'll go from there. Alright, we have completed step 2, and we're moving on to step 3, which is a pre-polish stage. Some of these are starting to look really nice. I see a lot of agate in that one. That's looking good. I'm liking how this one's coming in too. It's starting to look nice. The ones I threw in, those, I think are these ones, maybe some of these ones, but they are pretty much smoothed out. I don't recommend throwing in extras during a pre-polish or a polish stage, obviously, but yeah, I got away with it for stage 2, adding some extra in there. So I'm going to put probably two of those spoonfuls, maybe 3 of the pre-polish in there, and we'll go for, I think I might go for 5 days on that one. We'll see. Okay, I've added 2 of those spoonfuls to this. I thoroughly cleaned this canister, so I don't want any of the previous grit in there to mess anything up. So make sure you clean it well, and I think I'm going to only do like 4 days on the pre-polish. Alright, we are now complete with the 3rd stage, the pre-polish stage. The rocks are shining up pretty good and ready to receive a polish for the final stage. So we'll move to that. Alright, I cleaned out the container, got the rocks in there, fill it up to the about where the rocks are. Put 2 scoops of the polish in there. And I think I'm going to tumble this for about, we're going to go 5 days. See if we can't get a good polish on there. Okay, here are my final results of the polish stage. All is said and done. Got it here in the sun here to kind of show a little bit of the shine on them. Yeah, for the most part, it polished up pretty good. There are a couple of rocks like this one where the edge, it's got some of it's polished, but some of the edges aren't polished, and I don't know why it does that. Not sure why it does that. If you know why, just leave a comment. Maybe it could be I didn't do a pre-polish long enough, or maybe I didn't polish long enough. Maybe I have old polish or something. It's not working good. But anyway, I am actually pretty happy with the results. A lot of them look really good, and you can see some of the agate and some of these just looks really nice. We'll focus on that. Yeah, if you start tumbling, I highly suggest maybe you start with agate and jasper. I seem to do fairly well tumbling those. Some of the other stuff I've tumbled doesn't always go too well. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to start another batch and get tumbling on those.